All right, well, let's get into what is sizzling.
Yeah!
I know you couldn't wait, Chad. We're going to start off with Hollywood star Gabrielle Union. She is opening up about why she broke her famous 50-50 rule for her marriage. Take a look.
Famously said 50-50 or bust, right? And I meant that financially, spiritually, emotionally. And there's just a lot of days that I have 10% and I need him to be 90. There's days I don't have and I need him to be 100. It's a trauma response. And 50-50 is, I'm not going to be vulnerable enough to trust you with 100% of anything, not my heart, not my cash. And when I started to really address that, and I was like, do you want to pay whole mortgage? I thought I was about to die. I had such anxiety. Like, I was crying, I was shaking. And he was like, you insisted on that. He's like, I thought it made you feel better. I'm like, it did. And right now I want to take it back. Now it sounds crazy to be like, you, Mr. NBA superstar who made a bazillion more amount of money than I do, can pay the mortgage, because I hate the feeling of releasing that to someone. And you release that to someone, chaos can happen. And it's brought us closer because he knows it's not about whether he can afford it. It's being vulnerable enough to be open enough to know that I'm okay.
Wow.
Wow, that's powerful.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah, that's from her appearance on the Balanced Black Girls podcast. You can check out the full conversation on their website and social media pages. Chad, letting go of the 50-50 rule, do you like it or not?
You know what? I don't do this often, Makia, but I would actually like to pass the ball to Ashley on this one first because
Chad at a loss for words?
No, not at a loss for words, but we're talking about a topic. I would like to hear from the two of you first.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, very interesting here, Chad.
Yeah.
I would have to say that I agree with her that it does take a certain level of vulnerability to be in a relationship, number one, right? And as I am dating, the people who I'm assessing, like, I have to see, are we on the same level in certain capacities? Because what if something happens and a rainy day comes? Can you come in and save the day, right? So, I mean, of course, I'm looking at it from one perspective, but on the other hand, I do have to be willing to be vulnerable and open, period, to allow whatever happens to happen.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you, and I saw some of the comments when this video went viral. People applauding Gabrielle Union for her self-growth and doing a lot of that introspective work. And I'm with you. It takes a lot to be vulnerable and to relinquish what you may feel like, you know, maybe power to an extent, you know? So I love this for her, and I love the idea of just kind of letting her man just go ahead and just lead a little bit more.
You know, I heard a similar take from a woman from an opposite end of the spectrum last night, and that was Candace Owens. Candace Owens actually said something very similar to this very same take. I heard her with an interview with Stephen A. Smith last night, and as a man, I appreciate the ability to be able to lead. I appreciate the ability. My wife, she works all the time. She works hard. She makes good money. But as a man, when you can take care of the house, you can take care of your wife, you can take care of the home, it does make us feel good as well.
Yeah, and it also just takes a lot of the pressure off of motherhood. I mean, being a mom is a 24-hour job and working and just the whole nine. So it's kind of hard to go from just one job to your 24/7 job without some help. And so, you know, I can appreciate, too, some leadership in that department.
I think we have an opportunity to have a real conversation here, right? Because I know we got to get to other things, but for the two of you, right? You two are women who are working women. You have made a good career for yourself. People know you all the way out there. How do you all balance the idea between being an independent, strong woman and at times being taken care of by your man? How do you balance that?
There's no such thing as balance here. I'm not doing it, you know, and I'm dating a younger guy, and it's just a lot of stuff. It's just a lot going on. Let's put it like that, okay? So I'm not balancing, Chad.
Gotcha, okay.
Funny. One thing I can say is that in my particular relationship, I appreciate, because I am very independent, I'm strong-willed, I mean, you guys know this, but I love how just in that space with him, he allows me to be soft.
Love it.
A lot softer. So it's nice to be able to turn that down when I go into my more intimate space and to let someone else just make the decisions. Yeah, I'm tired. Like, you know, so it's a beautiful thing to allow to let happen when you do.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.